We're going to see the pericardium. The pericardium has fibrous pericardium and serous pericardium. The serous pericardium contains the visceral and parietal pericardium. So this is the muscle. Let's say these are the ventricles. The muscle is called the myocardium. Together is the visceral. Here is the visceral pericardium. Next, the parietal pericardium, and next the fibrous pericardium. The fibrous pericardium is continuous with the parietal pericardium, and the visceral pericardium is continuous with the myocardium. The only place in which we have some space, a pericardial space, is between the visceral and parietal pericardium. So here is when we have a pericardial effusion that would be bloody or serous, like in tamponade we have bloody effusion here, between the visceral and parietal pericardium. Also, the visceral pericardium is called the epicardium. So we can say we have myocardium, epicardium, visceral parietal, myocardium, epicardium, parietal, and fibrous pericardium. When we have a subendocardic infarction, that is infarction of the myocardium that is touching the epicardium, that's the subendocardium. And this could be because atheroma plaque ruptures, it forms a thrombus that does not occlude the artery by complete, so it's a non-STEMI if we have necrosis of the subendocardium. If we just have ischemia without necrosis, that would be unstable angina, and could be because of this, or repeated episodes of this, or partial constrictions of the coronary artery, and this looks like vacuolation of the subendocardium. We also have some reflection of the pericardium. Those are two spaces, the oblique and transverse space. The transverse space is a reflection of pericardium here that is anterior to the vena cava but posterior to the aorta and pulmonary artery. This is important in cardiosurgery because it can help us to isolate the large arteries, because it is separating the veins from the arteries, the large veins from the large arteries. And in cardiosurgery, we want to isolate the pulmonary artery and the aorta. Alright. The other is the oblique. The oblique is posterior to the heart and is attached, surrounded by the pulmonary veins that are coming here to the left atrium, and it has like an inverted U shape. The pericardium is attached here in the central tendon of the diaphragm, and upper here to the adventitia of the large vessels, because the pericardium covers the heart and the beginning of the beginning and the ending of the large vessels. So it's attached to the adventitia, the serous layer of the walls of the vessels.